My name is Chad Secrets, and today I'm going to be brutally ranking your fragrance collections. I asked my audience to send me their collections. Please don't disappoint me. I have high hopes for you guys because you guys are probably the best smelling audience in Fragcom right now. So that's why I wanted to see what you guys have got. Please don't disappoint me. I'm begging you. Okay, so this first collection comes from Freddy. He says he's 18 years old. He started collecting when he was 16. So this is only 2 years old into his collection. I started watching your videos before you even had 1,000 subscribers, so big fan. I do appreciate that. I really do. Trust me. Please roast my collection, and any form of feedback is greatly appreciated. That's what he says. Okay, for only collecting 2 years, I'm not sure what your job is, but congrats to you because this is actually a pretty well-rounded collection. It seems like you've taken my advice somewhat before and made a well-rounded collection. I think there are some redundancies in, let's say, Dior Sauvage Parfum and also Versace Dylan Blue. Yes, they are a little bit redundant. Those are being used for the same types of situations, so you could have gone with something else. You're 16, you're 18 now. I do think that it is time to definitely graduate to the more grown man style. So I do think YSL EDP is an amazing fragrance. It has a lot of character to it. I personally think also Versace Dylan Blue is very good, versatile, all year round fragrance with some extra character. It's earthy, it's dirty in a way, but also clean. It's like a shower gel fragrance with character. I do think that these are great picks. Now you also have Azzaro. I think that's the most wanted EDP, like the almost stronger with you smelling fragrance. That's a very good one in the background here behind the YSL EDP. That's a great date night option. So you actually kind of have your bases narrowed here with a date night fragrance. You have a versatile fragrance as well. Angel's Dust by Francesca Bianchi. This is not expected based off your fragrance collection so far. So Angel's Dust, for the guys who don't know, this is a very sweet iris floral fragrance. I did not expect to see this here. In my opinion, this is a great fragrance for a woman, but maybe it's your girls, I don't know. Even if you like this, don't let this insult you by what I'm saying here, but I just did not expect to see this here. I think that you would be better suited replacing that with Dior Homme Intense, even though I do see that you have the new on the far right, the Dior Homme Parfum new edition. Man, am I ever telling you, you missed out by not having the old Dior Homme Parfum. It's so much better. I don't think that this Dior Homme Parfum is bad, but it kind of gives me ambery vibes from other fragrances, and it's kind of missing the character that the original Dior Homme Parfum had. I have never heard of your other fragrances here. I've never heard of Zhongli de Seda by Salvatore Ferragamo in the back right. Afnan's 9 p.m. Good fragrance. I think there's better. Okay, so what do I think of your fragrance collection here? I think that you have some good versatile fragrances. It seems like you're diving in with more experience with MFK because you are 18, you're turning into a grown man. Try things that are a little bit more niche or outside of the box. Things with like incense, things with earthier characteristics, more woods. I would like to see more freshness here. You could even go with more citrus forward fragrances for the summertime. I'm not sure where you live. It seems like you do like sweet fragrances. Easy win for you would be a niche summertime fragrance like Acqua di Parma's Blue Mediterraneo Arencia de Capri. That's a very good suggestion for this fragrance because it will give you a nice citrusy, uplifting, high quality smelling fragrance for the summertime. You've got your signature scents, you've got your summer, you've got your autumn because you also have replicas autumn, you have your winter stuff. Yeah, I think that would help round out your collection a bit. I hope that helps. If you have any more suggestions for me, you have my DMs. I can definitely help you out. Okay, so this next collection comes from a guy named Nafis. Thank you for submitting. Okay, this collection is very impressive actually. Why? Because I think it's also very well rounded, and especially not only do you have designers, but you also have very expensive niche. You got Creed's Aventus, you got Ex Nihilo Blue Talisman, which I think is good, but the insane price tag, you could have bought probably 5 fragrances for that cost, unless you really like that. It gets a lot of hype, but it's not really doing anything amazing to me, at least. Buddy watches Cal Cologne with the Penhaligon's Halfetti in there. You cannot deny to me that you watch Cal Cologne, especially seeing all these fragrances. I know you do. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, my favorite version of Bleu de Chanel. Tom Ford Noir Extreme. You got some class, man. I can't even rip on you here. This is niche. You have a good balance of fresh and dark. You also have Stronger With You Intensely. Dude, you got a special occasion fragrance. You got date night fragrances. You got your fresh, clean blue fragrances. Where do I even start? So far with these two, I'm very excited to see that you guys got some style, man. Like I thought I was gonna see like Febreze and like a Dior Sauvage, and that's about it. You know, I'm like, and now I'm seeing well-rounded scents. So I'm excited about this. Honestly, I would say the exact same thing here that I said with the previous collection. It's like, it seems like you're concentrated only in slightly fresh fragrances and dark vanillic vibes. So Aventus in itself can be fresh, but it also has this under edge to it of this birchy, strong, almost smoky feel, depending on what batch you have. But you also have Blue Talisman. I think that Blue Talisman is good, but I definitely think that you could go with some other fresh fragrances for the summertime that could have been a little bit of a better choice, in my opinion. Having Ex Nihilo, you could have spent like a Bulgari Tigar money, and I think that would have been a more well-rounded kind of burst of of citrus. It seems you also like classy fragrances. You also have things that are focused on more kind of mature-esque scent profiles like Freddy, Herod. I think I could recommend to you here Terre de Hermès Eau Givrée, because that's also a very good classy summertime fragrance. I don't know your age, but that's also good for like very hot weather, but it also has this sophisticated underedge of maturity. It seems like that's your style based on your collection here. If you're not happy with that suggestion, well, it is what it is. I can definitely help you in the DMs. Okay, so I'm currently just moving locations here because I'm not liking the lighting setup there, and I want to give you guys the best. I'm so excited to see your guys' fragrance collections, man. Like, I'm not only proud of you, but I'm genuinely impressed, okay? You guys got small collections, but well-rounded, and that's what I like to see. I don't like to see this overconsumption that I'm doing. I want to see people that have it together. Okay, so now we're on to collection number 3. I'm not saying I'm disappointed, but it's not a very well-rounded collection, in my opinion. It seems like you have some cheddar to put together to buy things like Bleu de Chanel, you got Acqua di Gio Profondo, and you also have the original Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. I'm gonna guess off your collection here of freshies that you're a little bit more mature. You also have YSL Myself, Les Parfums, which I think is more deeper, it's more complex, it adds notes of creamy vanilla on top of that orange blossom. That's a good date night fragrance, in my opinion. But the rest of your freshies kind of put your collection here in too much of a kind of generic category, in my opinion. If you're really wanting me to brutally rank your fragrance collection, you gotta hear it how it is, right? So I think that this isn't bad. Let's say just wanting some fresh, clean fragrances that you liked the smell of, but in my opinion, I would add a little bit more, let's say riskier fragrances. I would want a special occasion fragrance here. So something that kind of features notes of like incense or booze, like let's say rum or like, you know, oud, or like more challenging notes for special occasion to make yourself stand out a little bit more. Check out Bentley for Men Intense. It's powerful, it's strong, it's very charismatic. It's not for everyone, but I want you to smell special. You could also go Afnan's Tarathi Brown. Those are very good replacements for that fragrance, I think. It seems like you like fresh, clean, put together, classy. Go with something like Nishane's Oolong Cha. Oolong Cha, especially if you buy the 50 ml, is super affordable, especially for a niche brand. You get some oolong tea in there, you get some citrus, you get some orange. It's fresh, it's clean, it's musky. It's a little bit more old school mixed with modern components to that fragrance. Like if you're trying to keep a small collection, go with a warm weather, which you have, a cold weather, which you could probably use your YSL Myself for. Then I would add special occasions and date nights, which you have. Yeah, I think that would actually round out your fragrance collection a little bit more. Something more charismatic, something with notes of like tobacco, oud, rose. I don't know your age. It's really hard to recommend something when I don't know your age, but I would just try to recommend, yeah, I would just say that. Not a well-rounded collection. I'd like to round that out with things that amplify yourself a little bit more, give you a little bit more charisma. Just give yourself a special occasion fragrance or another citrus if you like that, if that's what you're into. Look, sorry to say, I just have to preface this real quick. If you send me your collection with 400 bottles in it, you have like multiple shelves stacked to the brim, I don't know how you expect me to judge that, but congrats to you, because some of you guys that sent me your collections genuinely have more fragrances than me, which is actually scary, especially when I've seen non-creators sending me their collection and it's like 600 bottles. I'm genuinely mind blown, okay? I should be asking you guys for advice to roast my collection at that point. Man, some of you guys have amazing taste, by the way. Okay, so this next guy has been collecting fragrances for 1 year. He's only 16 years old. His first fragrance was Jean Paul Gaultier Le Beau Le Parfum, and his newest one is 1 Million Parfum. And love from my Vancouver boy. It's actually not bad. There's things that I would replace though with better alternatives, which obviously doesn't help you since you already have these fragrances, but I think Le Beau Le Parfum is a very good summer fragrance that makes you stand out, very good for dinners in the summertime. I think that's great. It's one of my favorite for summer for that choice. You also have 1 Million Parfum, which I think is another party daytime fragrance, so you have your summer day and night covered there. You also have Cobalt, that's your versatile signature that you could use. Dylan Blue, very good choice. Club de Nuit Intense, man, I would have definitely replaced with the limited edition Parfum. It's smoother, it's higher quality, it lasts longer. Versace Eros Flame Eau de Parfum, very versatile. I would wear that summer nights and autumn, fall, winter. Azzaro, the Most Wanted Parfum, one of my favorite designer fragrances of all time. This guy definitely watches my videos. Thank you. Phantom, the new one, haven't tried it. Strung with you intensely. Okay, very good collection. The only thing I'm not seeing here is a daring, bold fragrance to make you stand out. You have a big collection. You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. When I suggest people to have a collection of 10, I want to see things like your seasonal fragrances. So your versatile daily, you got to have your winter, spring, summer, fall. Date night, you have to have your special occasion, your daring, bold scent, your attention grabber, and you have to have your office scent or your work scent. I think you're just missing daring and bold. You have your date night that could be stronger with you intensely. Your attention grabber could actually be 1 Million Parfum, depending on where you use it. Yeah, almost well-rounded, just missing special occasion and daring, and bold. And at your age, that's kind of hard to balance. So let me think about this. The new Azzaro Forever Wanted Elixir does that very well. It has sweetness that you get out of other Azzaro fragrances, but it also balances it out with this raspberry in leather. I think that would work perfectly for you because you are still youthful, but it definitely has a youthful mixed with more this like boldness. Something you've probably never smelt before. I love it. I think that would work perfectly in your collection. You could also even try the new Afna 9 PM Elixir. I think that would go very well because it has youthful components, but it also has more bold components of earthiness. I just realized, no niche. We could give you a beginner niche fragrance. This may be far out there, but at your age, you're gonna wanna be grabbing some attention. One thing that you could definitely do that balances that so well, Montal's Arabian's Tonka. Maybe a little bit outside of your budget, but I think based on your collection and some things I'm seeing there, you do like sweeter scents. You do like vanillas, so I think that would give you a bold, attention-grabbing vanilla that I think will be truly memorable in your collection. You may be a little shocked when you try it, but trust me, give it a couple wearings and I think you will love it, okay? I also noticed that you have a decant collection, which I'm gonna go through and pick one for you, because it looks like that's a sample pack and you can pick one, if I'm not mistaken. But in your samples, bottom left, I see a sample right here, Polo 67. At your age is a fantastic fragrance. If you don't already have that one, Polo 67 or Polo 67 EDP. If you still have that coupon that gives you the free bottle, use it for Polo 67, man. I think you'll love that and it grabs so much attention, especially at your age. Fantastic choice. So it's good to see a well-rounded collection from a young man. Let's give him a thumbs up for that because I think that's truly commendable. You have a way better collection than I had at 16. You're off to an amazing start. Much love to you, man, on your fragrance journey. Now we're actually moving on to the next fragrance because I'm talking like Jeremy Fragrance, the #1 influencer that follows the teachings of Jesus. I just opened a photo of I'm not even kidding. It's a selfie of a guy in the mirror, and that's about it. Fully clothed, but why? Why did you send me that? I'm so confused. Did you not mean to send me this photo? I'm not gonna out you and show my audience that, but what the heck, man? So this next fragrance collection, this guy says, hello, Chad, here's my fragrance collection. And in brackets, he says, I'm cooked. Ralph Lauren romance carrying the team. And then he flexes his bicep at me. So what do I think about this collection? Yeah, you're a little cooked, man. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm just kidding. Swiss Army. Haven't seen that fragrance in a long time. I actually remember that one. Wow. You must be old. You must be my age or older. That's a 1997 release. So you must be from the 90s. I don't see anyone buying that anymore. So, okay, you got Rasasi Hawas Ice. Very good. It's one of my favorites for cheap attention grabber, bubblegummy. You got mint. You got some other citrusy fruits in there. Very good. Very musky. You have Latafa Khamra. I can't tell if that's the Kawa. It looks like the Kawa. If it's not, I'm disappointed in you. Kawa's way better, in my opinion. Man, 4711. Dude, I actually have that too. I think it's a really good fragrance. Fresh out of the shower, I wear that sometimes. You got Calvin Klein's Eternity, Hayati in the background. You got a small Versace Eros sample bottle. Ralph Lauren Romance, never tried it, man. Bade Al Oud by Latafa. And some samples. In my opinion, I would kind of replace some of those fresher fragrances in your collection. If you're a 90s guy or you have a little bit more old school taste, which it seems like in this picture, I would honestly replace a lot of this with L'Eau de Siporom. You may know this fragrance, you may have tried it before, but I think that L'Eau de Siporom gives a better vibe than majority of these citruses in your collection. 4711 can be knocked out of the park with that one. Definitely Swiss Army classic, my guy. That brings me back to literally at my friend's house in like 2008. I sprayed that on. It was next to his Jean-Paul Gaultier La Malle, and I honestly was like, it burnt my nose, man. I remember that fragrance so well. Yeah, so you like sweet, you like classy, you like a little bit more mature. Jean-Paul Gaultier La Malle Le Parfum. I think it's a beautiful, classy fragrance. It's gonna make you stand out a little bit more than especially all these other things on your shelf here. I would just add that to your collection. You have a lot of fresh stuff, you have a lot of old school stuff, you've got a lot of sweet attention grabbers, but you don't have much vanillas, man. If you like sweet fragrances, you'll love that one. It also has a nice iris note to that, and I think you'll enjoy that. Or you could go with something like Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. I think that would add a lot of character to your collection. It's more classy, you can use it on date nights, but also dress it up because it has rum notes and it also has some chestnut in there, it's warm. Yeah, man, I think you also don't have much spicy stuff here. I would go with like Davidoff Cool Elixir. It's spicy, it's sweet, it's more like manly, it's more grown. So, and it's also pretty affordable. So it's like $100 retail. That'll come down in price. I think that'll definitely work well in your collection. So now that would be a little bit more rounded. I gave you a versatile summer's fragrance with L'Eau de Laissez pour Homme, very high quality, very charismatic. You got La Malle de Parfum, which is you're a business. It can be a special event fragrance. It can also be versatile for a date night. I think that actually would round out your collection pretty well. Unfortunately, that's all I had time for today. If you like to see me rank your collections and you want a part 2, let me know in the comments below. And if you like me talking about fragrances and rambling, definitely check out this video right here. You're not gonna wanna miss out. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. Thanks for 100,000 subscribers. I cannot believe I'm in a position to do this with you guys. I truly love you guys so much. The fact that you guys trust me to give you an opinion on your fragrances means the world to me. Thank you guys for watching. If you want part 2, let me know.